And good Wednesday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and welcome back to Scotty Ray's Weather as we begin a gorgeous day. Let's all hope, pray that today is better than yesterday, that the outcome when dark comes tonight, that all lives will be safe in our city. We do hope that. Yesterday, we lost 4 lives to murder in our town. Horrible. We'll discuss all that coming up this morning at 8 a.m. I hope you'll join me as we go into a little bit more depth and in detail about what happened yesterday around the Meridian area. Also, and I've just had too many, I guess the word is too many confirmations without, I haven't gotten an official word on that. Let me word it this way. But also, I've gotten too many responses to a shooting that happened on Monday, and I'm going to contact the police department, see if we get more details on that. No one died, but someone did get hurt, it looks like on Monday, that was not reported. But I got too many details on this situation of who done what and injuries, and that did happen at some point. So I'll try to get an official word on a shooting that happened earlier in the week that was not reported by me, and I haven't seen it anywhere else either. But let's hope all this crime spree is put to a stop quickly, and we hope officials will act fast and help the situation out. We don't need any more lives. And if you're not familiar with yesterday, even down to a child, an infant, was hit with bullets in that incident yesterday. I've heard rumors of where, but the child was injured. From what I understand, is going to be okay. I put that in my post last night. So a bunch of prayers that we need there going out this morning for all of that. And we'll get into the discussion of all that this morning at 8 a.m. I hope you'll join me. Candace will be here. We'll also have our special guest from the FCA, the Fellow Christian of Athletes. We'll have Ty and Hillary Ford joining us to talk about what they do. They take care of Lauderdale County and Kemper County schools, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So join us for that. It's going to be a great interview. I hope you'll join us this morning, and we'll all learn something together as we go into that. As we said, today is Wednesday. It is hump day. Are y'all ready? I'll give you details on this when we break down the forecast, but the change in the weather is getting ready to happen, and that's going to come about Friday night, where we're sitting at all this 80-degree weather. We're getting ready for some 40-degree weather. And if that doesn't feel like fall, I don't know what is. But that's right around the corner. Today's Wednesday. A couple of days from now, things will be on the bright side for us there. Now, all right, let's talk a little bit about weather this morning and get things going. And we'll go to radar and take a look at all the fog in places that could be a concern for you.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we go to radar, we've got 2 areas of fog that we want to talk about here. South of the Meridian area, if you're going to be in the Laurel, Hattiesburg area, due south, if you're traveling 59, you're going to get into some heavy stuff. This starts here, Jones County, just right around the Laurel city limits. And the further that you go closer to Petal and Hattiesburg, the thicker this is going to be. Also, western Mississippi over around Macomb, Highway 98. If you've got to travel that, Highway 49, anywhere in the state and the southern portion there into Louisiana, it's going to be pretty rough. That's Thomas, Louisiana there, and that's Bogalusa and those areas there. A lot of fog. Now, there's no advisory, but that doesn't change the fact that southern Mississippi this morning is thick, thick, thick when it comes to fog. Now, as we go over to the edge of Alabama, eastern Alabama here, our neighbors there, and there's a lot of folks that watch from these areas here, Gadsden, Anniston. There is a fog advisory this morning through 9 a.m. And if you'll look at this, this is extremely heavy over here. This stretches into Georgia also. But if you're on that eastern side, east of Birmingham, anywhere along in there, it's going to be thick, thick, thick fog for you all the way north of Atlanta as well, up through the Carolinas, Asheville, Kingsport, Johnson City, Tennessee. So something to keep in mind as you begin your day. Now, I made a post a little bit ago. If you've got friends, family that live in Oklahoma, this has been a weather week for them. Constant bad weather, tornado breakout. We had a tornado warning this morning somewhere around 5:15. I can't remember what time it was, 5:15, 5:30, somewhere along in there. Look at this line that is moving through Oklahoma this morning. This is some very, very bad stuff. Around Oklahoma City earlier, right along right along in here, we had a tornado warning earlier. But the further north that you look at this, when you get into Kansas, look how bad this is. So if you've got friends, neighbors in this area there, give them a heads up to watch the weather over the little bit there from Oklahoma to Kansas, those areas there. That's Topeka, Kansas right here. This will be just to the east of there in Lawrence and those areas there. Big storm right there moving across. So although that may not be Mississippi, Alabama area, we've all got family, friends, all portions of the United States, and that's important to keep track of them. We're going to come back in just a moment. Do you see this little nasty guy right here? Yeah, that's Pamela. I guess I called her a guy when she's a girl. But she's getting ready to come ashore later this afternoon into Mexico. Now, that's going to come into the back door of Texas and bring a lot of rain. It won't be a lot of wind and damage of that nature, but it's going to be a lot of rain that moves through Dallas, those areas there associated with this, if it stays on its current path. And this thing will just shoot right across the United States. One of the first times that in the end of the United States it happens. It has been downgraded to where at one point it was expected to be a 3, and then it was a 2. It looks like it's going to come ashore as a Category 1. We'll do the breakdown of that in just a few moments there. Good mornings go out to a few folks that are up and stirring early today. Maya Gentry, how are you doing? Glad to have you joining us. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Sylvia Stewart is up also. Charlene Gaddy, I've seen a bunch of pictures. I think you went on vacation one day. Lamar Henry is up. Blessed to see another day. And Lamar, I agree with you. Each day that we get is so blessed. Miss LaWanda Grantham is there. Bree Packer along with Donna Roseman, Miss Joyce Snowden Godwin, and Stephen Wanda McKinnon is up as well as Joyce Poole. Glad to see you in there with us. Thank you so much for watching. Lots to do today. It is hump day. We do hope that you enjoy yourself. Midweek just really makes it feel good. You've made it halfway there. The weekend is right around the corner. We'll tell you about some events that are going to be happening in the area starting this morning at 8 also. I even heard Scuba Day is coming back before long. We'll talk about all of that and what's shaking. Don't forget when it comes to, getting your tractor taken care of your lawnmower, Freeman Tractor. Go by and see them today. Buttermilk or coal, they'll help you any part that you might be looking for. They've got it. I know it looks like the shelves aren't organized behind them, but trust me, they know where it all is. They've been there a long, long time, and they take care of folks. If you're looking for an X-Mark more, they've got those as well as the #1 brand in America. That's that Skag. Cuts great. It's fast. It's comfortable. Along with tractors, they've got new ones arriving here in the next day or so that have been ordered. Cab, air conditioner, any type of tractor that you may be looking for, talk to them. As we look at this, you can get several models. You can get those bush hogs on front. And the sought after, these are tillers. They're hard to come by. If you're looking for one, a 5-6 foot, they've got those right now. See them while they're there. Handy, handy piece of equipment to have there, especially when you do gardens. Boy, that makes everything just so broken up and good if you've never used one. Bush hogs, we've also got plenty of those bat wings along with, disc. That time of year, I still got some planting to do. See them there. From Forks, you can even take advantage of the Benchy. They're made in Texas. See them. Freeman Tractor, 626-8759, and they'll take care of you with everything else and in between when it comes to that. Lawnmower blades, stuff like that. Got to have them there. All right, let's turn toward this forecast and see what the National Weather Service tells us is going to be happening today. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with our record highs and record lows on this date, 1963. Who remembers that? Warm day, 93. Must have been a warm one that year. 1917, a cool day for us. It was 33, that record set there at Key Field. As we come across what to expect today, sunshine throughout the area. 86 is going to be the high here in the Meridian area. As you go north, or the same through Philadelphia, Knox, Paderone, even up in here toward Louisville. As we get to Stark, Vegas, we'll get to about 87 south of us where the fog is so thick down here this morning. 86 as we go west. Always a little warmer in Vicksburg, isn't it? 88 there as we go to the Mississippi Delta. Not many trees up there, so it's going to be about 89 today. As we move east into Alabama, as we look at this, we'll be sitting at 86 degrees there in Livingston, Alabama. As you go up through Epps, about the same there. And on up toward Geiger, Alabama, you'll hit about 85. As we go out to the due south, Selma, 85, and down to Troy and Dothan, Alabama, 84 in those areas. But again, watch that fog on the eastern side of Alabama this morning if you're traveling anywhere today. If you've got to travel 20 toward Atlanta, any of those areas, watch out for that fog. And here's the dense fog advisory there. And again, that's east of Birmingham, Gadsden, Anniston, Alex City, all of those areas north of Auburn. Now, not to say that there's not going to be fog in Birmingham and also these areas, but this is where the advisory is this morning. So keep that in mind as you're planning your travels as you go about. As we move to look at the National Hurricane Center, this is where we looked at. Now, this is out in the Atlantic. We've got one here, and a 10% chance of this becoming anything in the next 5 days. From everything that I read and look at, most likely in about 2 days, this will start to fade. It's going to turn east. It's no threat to the U.S. coastline, which is good. Now, let's go back to radar here, as I brought up earlier. Pamela, who's getting ready to come ashore in Mexico today. As we look at this, we dive into this morning. Pamela is sitting with 75-mile-an-hour winds, 92-mile-an-hour gusts moving to the northeast at 14 miles an hour, where this storm yesterday was predicted to be at a little over 100 when it comes ashore. It's back down on this, and let's turn on these spaghetti models of where this thing is going to go after it gets in. Most likely rain. As we look at this, as it comes in here, just north of Laredo is where this will come ashore. Austin, as it makes its way, it's not ashore, as it makes its way inland there with all of this rain. This will put it just around Waco, and these are the projections there, and would eventually go through the Shreveport area there as we look at that and across the United States. But a lot of rain is coming to Mexico and to Texas from this system. So if you've got to be in the Texas area in the next little bit, keep that in mind also as you're making your plans of work or whatever you've got to do in those areas there. All right, let's look at our temperatures. Where's the change going to go? Here we go as we pull this up. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook. Normal in the Mississippi area. Look at that. Not too bad there. It's getting down. As we go northward here, parts of Tennessee will be a little bit warmer and above average in the due north areas there. Now let's get into Mississippi. What's going to happen for us here in the next little bit? Let's go here. All right, mostly sunny today. We're going to hit 85 to 86 in most areas, down to 65 tonight. Not bad, but it's going to get cooler as we look at this. Tonight, partly cloudy, that's 65. By tomorrow, we're still at 85, 68 for the low. By Friday, we get a rain chance. All right, the high's 86. We'll get down to 60. Come Saturday morning is the entire change. Only a 10% chance of rain, but a high of only 70 on Saturday. And look at that low, 49 degrees. Sunday, not much difference, a high of 69, and we'll get down to 48. Could you ask for any better weather than that? By Monday, we've got 72, 74 on Tuesday. The outlook just gets better and better and better. All right, as we go here, let's go ahead another week into this, October the 25th. Look at the highs, not getting out of the 70s whatsoever. We got some 73s, 71s, 75 being the max that we see here down to the 27th. So that means before long, we're going to be rolling into to November with very, very great weather. So I'm excited. It's a change in the air. Again, you might want to check your gas logs. If you haven't done that lately, make sure, because that 40-degree weather, it puts a chill in the air. It'd be a good time today while it's warm to strike them, get them going. If for some reason that doesn't work, you can call Sanders Gas. They can send one of their techs out to work on that. And if you don't have gas logs, talk to them. Sanders Gas can really hook you up with that. Get you on a schedule there to where you don't have to worry about checking your tank, fill it up for you, and you always got gas. Handy, handy, handy. So we'll watch that closely. That's good. Check all that out. Great weather in store for us. Let's see. We had a few more people that joined us this morning. Also, let's see. Right here, Miss Joyce Poole. How are you today? Tiffany Crawford Allen. Tiffany, how have you been doing? Also, J. Star Haywood is up this morning. Connie Johns. Also, Becky Moffitt. How are you today? Super happy for the cooler weather, she says. I agree with you 100%. Again, we've got just a little bit. Our special guests this morning will be Ty and Hillary Ford. They'll be here from the FCA. That all begins at a little after 8. Candace is going to be here in a little bit. We'll see how her hairstyle is today. All begins at 8. Come back and join me. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you soon here from Scotty Ray's Weather. Thank you so much.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by